Okay, everyone, in this session, we're going to talk about LinkCAD. Okay, the first point here is that when we say LinkCAD, we're not just talking about AutoCAD file. We are talking about so many different formats here. For example, DWG, DXF, AXM, okay, what else like DGN, SketchUp, Rhino files, and many other formats. But mostly we're going to focus on DWG files. Okay, usually, pay attention please, not all the time, usually. To work on a project in Revit, you need to work with AutoCAD as well. How? Well, if you have a CAD file, you can easily link that file in Revit and start using it. Okay, as an example, let's see what we have here. We have some plans, for example, the basement, the ground floor, the first floor, roof, and so on. Okay, first thing that we need to do when we are given such files in the first place is to specify a point between all the plans as a base point. For example, this axis here, or another point which is common in between all the plans. For example, this columns axis. Yeah, this could be our base point. Okay, let me see. No, we don't have that axis here actually. Okay, so let me find a proper point. I'm going to type down XL real quick here. And then set a line in this course. And then I'm going to use this line to find a good base point. For example, I guess this axis could work. Remember, guys, before doing this, you need to separate all the files first. All right, now what I'm going to do here is to select this floor, then Control C, Control N, then in select templates, select ACAD ISO and open. And then in here you can paste the file, or you can press Control V actually. All right, now the next step is to start removing all the extra and unnecessary things that we have here. To do so, first I'm going to explode this file. It didn't work. I'll do it again. And then I'm going to remove these extra blocks here, or these patterns. They're just going to make our file heavier in Revit. All right. After we're done here, we need to go ahead and start checking the scale and the dimensions that we have in this file. So I'm going to select distance, then check the distance here. For example, it's 10 cm. Okay, listen up, guys. The sketches that you draw in Revit are completely realistic. I mean, for example, 1 meter is completely equal to 1 meter in real life. So in fact, this is not 10 cm. This is 10 meters. So what I'm going to do here is to activate scale, then select the whole thing, enter, select a base point, and then reduce the scale by 100. Now let's check the distance again. Now we have 0.1, and this is correct. So this is a very important point which you need to consider regarding the scales of your plans. Now select move. Again, select the whole thing, enter. Then again, we need to specify a base point here. We said that our base point was this axis here. Exactly the center point of this axis. We need to move this to the 0 and 0 coordinates. So hold the shift and hashtag key all together at the same time. And type down 0 and 0. Enter. Now Z enter, E enter, zoom, extend. Right, let me type down the formula here as well. I'm sorry, shift plus hashtag 0 and 0. And after that, enter. This way we can automatically move the plans to the 0 and 0 coordinates. So again, this is a very useful formula that you need to use. That you can use. Now type down UN, set the unit on meters, PU for purge, to purge and remove all the extra objects, You can click on purge all until all the extra things would be removed. And by the way, when this option got deactivated, it means that you don't have any other extra thing. Okay, now we can click on save, then specify a path as always. For example, file, twg, let's call it ground floor, and save. Okay, and you can go ahead and do the same thing for other files and other plans that we have. In other words, you need to create separate files out of separate and different plans, so you can manage everything better. Now right click, copy full file path. Okay, back to Revit. Enter this view here. In other words, or more precisely, enter the plan that we've just worked on. Now from insert, click on link CAD, select the file, unit on meters, the color is okay, internal origin, and open. Remember guys, if the coordinates in the CAD file and Revit files were different, they won't be set up on each other correctly. Let me check here. See, the coordinates is different here. Alright, don't worry. Deactivate select link here, then select the CAD file. Then we need to unpin this because when we link a file, it'll automatically be pinned up. So we should unpin this because we need to modify this. And after that, select the move tools. Select, for example, this corner here. Constant deactivated, I'm sorry. And then move your plan here. And after we're done, pin the file once more. And now the plan is set up correctly. And we can start drawing the sketches that we need based on what we have here. So this is how you can manage, link, and use CAD files in Revit. Alright, another point that I can give you here is that whenever you use any of these linking items, and then let's say you want to transfer the Revit file from one system to another, the linked files won't be transferred because they won't be embedded in your project. In other words, the linked files should be transferred separately because they won't be transferred with your Revit files.